flavor of the Midlands. Live from Columbia, this is Soda City Live.
Well, welcome back to Soda City Live. Well, South Carolina Women in Leadership is hosting a spring training workshop. It's a series to both inspire and encourage women to run for elected office. Joining me today, the CEO of the South Carolina Women in Leadership, Barbara Racks, and Outreach and Volunteer Coordinator, Ms. Deborah Lloyd. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. So glad to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
You
Absolutely.
know, we had an opportunity, viewers at home, to kind of chat a little bit, and I just learned so much about this organization in so little time, and I'm pretty sure there's just so much more. But I want to start from this being your brainchild.
Oh, well, it was my brainchild along with the brains of a lot of other people.
Right.
We got, I think, 12 women together and said, what are we going to do to change the system? In South Carolina, we knew we couldn't take on the federal government, and we've actually sort of resolved ourselves to start at the ground level. So we're starting at the community level and building women up from there. But South Carolina ranks 48th. I thought we were 50th, but we're 48th in terms of the number of women serving in our General Assembly. There are just 5 women in the state Senate out of 46. To me, that's not very representative of the population. I used to say thank God for Mississippi. I now say thank God for Tennessee and West Virginia, because we rank just slightly ahead of them with 14.7% of our legislature comprised of women. That tells me we don't have a representative body, and the way we fix that is not to, forgive me for those organizations that rally, and it's to elect women one at a time from the ground level up. We need to say to everybody, do you know somebody who should run for office? Do you know somebody who's angry about their school board? Do you know somebody who's contributing at the community level who doesn't know that they can take that to elected office and make more of an impact? So that is what we do, and we now are going into our second session of what we call spring training. Is it your time at bat? Ha ha ha. And we've got 3 sessions left. Deborah will tell you a little bit more of the details, but we feel that it gives women at all levels a basic training in how to run for office, or how to more effectively support somebody else who's running for office. You may not want to run for 6 more years. Maybe your kids are small and at home, but someday, you've got it in the back of your head that you can do this.
What I really love about what your organization does is not just pushing women to go out and run for office, you're preparing them. So it's like, oh, that's a great idea, you go. That's a great idea, but let's make sure that you're equipped before you go out there. Because like you said, there's not a lot of representation, and if you're going out there and you're representing us, you got to come hard or go home. You know what I mean? So let's make sure. So Ms. Deborah, tell us a little bit more about what it is you do and the goal for these spring sessions.
Well, what I do is I try to make sure that the organization reaches out in virtually every region across the state to get women that are interested in running or supporting other women's campaigns, as well as getting volunteers to support our events, and such as the spring training. And the spring training this year we've had one already, and the excitement is there. People are saying, I can't wait to get back. This information was so informative. I did not know this. This is stuff I need to know. So we think we're on the right track in helping people. And the next one is the 25th of February about campaign finance, which is extremely important. Everything is set up to give women what they need to know about how to plan their lives and their campaigns and make sure they're successful in that planning. And the next one is going to be March 11th, and that one is about, what was that one?
It's about building your message.
Building your message.
Sharing it with the media.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
It's very important to know what you're going to say.
How to say it.
Yeah, and
When to say
stick
it.
to it.
Ooh, I love
Yes,
that. Listen, I think
yes.
that's something everybody should go to.
Yes.
I love it. We are running short on time, but I do want to emphasize that there is a virtual option as well. So
Yes.
if you're interested and you're not able to make it, because there's your organization, you got several of these happening throughout the state
yes.
simultaneously. And so if you are in this area in the Midlands, or anywhere, there's the virtual option. But I do want to give our viewers information on where they can go for more information before we get.
SouthCarolinaWomenLead.net. SCWomenLead.net, which stands for the South Carolina Women's Leadership Network. I'm getting a little dry.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of the website. We ask for a small contribution of $25 to attend the sessions. Helps us to pay for the donut holes and coffee and little things like that. Everybody who attends gets a T-shirt.
Elect more women.
That we encourage them. I was going to bring one to you, but I didn't know what size you wore, so
I wear all sizes.
I'll bring one back for you. But,
Awesome.
Yes.
So everybody who comes will get that. We had about 50 people in our first session, which was great. If 50 more women decided to run for office. It's very important that I add, and I know we're at the end of time, we are a multi-partisan organization. We understand that to run for elected office, most women will have to choose a party.
Right.
But we do not train by party. We don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat, or if you're running for an independent, like most municipal offices are nonpartisan. We welcome you with open arms because we need more women at all levels.
Yes.
I love it. I wish that we could share more about your backstory and your backstory, because this is only 5 years old, just to make things short. And this organization is extremely organized. I mean, you already have different pods throughout the state, and you have wonderful people like Ms. Deborah here, who just started in December and has been a supporter from the beginning. And so I am excited to see this organization grow and see more women in elected roles. So ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll have all these details on our website. There are 4 sessions. There are 3 left. Those details will be on our website, wistv.com. Again, $25. There's both in-person and virtual option. The next session will be this Saturday, February 25th, and the next one after that will be the 11th. We'll be right back. More Soda City Live coming up after the break. Stick with